Hey friends, welcome back to another lazy ass class. If you've been moving with me for a while, you're probably already excited for this. If you are new, all that means is that we're getting into our glutes and we're not getting off the floor, which is phenomenal. I'm a floor person, I don't know about you. Today you've got the option to add in a band to help you out, add a little bit of resistance. You can use a fabric loop band like this. This is probably gonna be a little too heavy for me today. You can use a little rubber band like this. Mine has turned the color of vomit, but I think this is the one I'm gonna go for. Or you can use an open band like this. Just tie it above your knees by a few inches into a little knot. Pause me until you can figure out how much resistance you need. Either way, they're all gonna work just about the same. But let's get this band on. We wanna shimmy it up to a few inches above the knees, and we're going down on our backs here. So just about there. Enough distance from the hips to really add some resistance, but not directly on the knee joint. Here we go. Bring it down to the floor. Ooh. The magic number today is 10. We're gonna plant the feet. We're gonna squeeze the glutes, lift up into that floor bridge, splitting the band apart. You don't need to drive your thighs out to the side. Just experience that resistance, really press into it, and we lower back down. We squeeze, lift up. Drive the feet into the floor. Lower back down. Squeeze and lift. And lower. Good, that was 3. We're here for 10. Play around with the placement of your feet. We want them to be securely planted on the floor. Bent to about 90 degrees. If you bring heels a little closer to your glutes, getting a little more flexion at the knees, you're gonna feel this more in your quads. If you bring heels farther away from your glutes, with a little less bend in the leg, you're gonna feel this more in your hamstrings. So it's totally up to you. Here we go, last 3. 2. Nice, last one, squeezing those cheeks. And down, roll it onto the side for me. You can stay here or you can bring yourself up to your elbow. We're stacking up hips and knees. We're gonna open up and slowly return. Good, now this is a time to split the band in half. Think about gently lifting from this bottom side of your rib cage, driving both thighs open. Woo! You can also be doing this without the band. I want you to imagine that you have the band on. Same sensation, just a little less resistance. Good. 5 more here. We're going right into the other side. I'm gonna have to do a little paddle turn like a dog, but you can just flip over. That's where we're going next. Here we go for 3. And last 2. And last 1. Let's do this. Other side. Stacking up in our little chair, lifting away from the floor, hips and knees stacked up. We open up and we resist the way back in. Nice. If you want to feel this working and you're cool with tactile cueing, take a couple fingers, poke them into the corner of your cheek. Woo! That's the part we want to feel squeezing. You might even feel the muscle flex a little bit, but that's what we're aiming for. Good. If you feel yourself leaning back, maybe you choose to put a flat hand behind your back pocket instead. As a reminder to keep that hip forward, keep everything stacked as if we were in a side plank. We're here for 5. And 4. Last 3. Keep breathing. Unlock your face. 2. And last 1. Excellent. Meet me back down on the ground. Another set of bridges. Let's go. Bring it down. Plant the feet. I squeeze, lift up. I lower down. Good. Squeeze, lift up. Lower down. Nice. I'm not thinking about how high I can thrust my pelvis up. I'm thinking about gently tucking my tailbone, locking my pelvis into place so I'm reaching plank at the top of this movement. Woo! Using my glutes to bring me out of this hinge into this fully stacked up embrace position, working against gravity, and then lowering back down. Let's go, 5 more. And 4. Back. Last 3. 2. And lower. Last 1. And on to our sides. 1 more set of clamshells. Let's do this. Reminder, you can always stay down on the ground, fetal position if you want. You could be hanging out here. Put some Netflix on. I won't say anything. Here we go. Up and open. And down. Nice. Squeezing both cheeks to make this abduction happen. Abduction, abduction, means we're moving the leg away from the center line of our body. We are abducting it. You might also have a little bit of external rotation going on here as well. Totally cool. Ooh. We've got 5 more. Driving that bottom leg into the ground as we lift up. Last 3. Last 2. Woo! And last 1. Here we go, switching sides. I'll meet you there. I'd love to say it's getting easier after this, but that would be a lie. Ooh, I'm going back down. Here we go. We open up. And down. Good. Rip that band in half. Nice, my friends. Exhale, push. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, push. Inhale, bring it back. We're here for 5. And 4. Last 3. And 2. Last one, best one. Here we go. Up and down. Excellent. We are making our way into a tabletop position. That's hands and knees. You can take the band off if you like, but here's where we're going next. And then you can pause me and take the band off if you decide you don't want it. We're coming into this quadruped position, shoulders stacked over wrists, hips over knees. I'm going to lift one knee up to the side, and I'm going to bring it back down. Now, the trick here to making this feel like work and not just flailing is making sure that when I lift my knee, my hips don't go clonk to one side, okay? We want to keep this square so that we have to work against that brace of the pelvis to lift the leg up. It's a lot of work without the band, so don't feel like you're chickening out if you're like, not today. Here we go, my friends. We lift it up. We lower down. Good, we lift it up. Using your 3 other table legs to brace you. Lower down. We go up. And down. Nice, this is 4. Imagine you've got a tray of champagne flutes on your back. Don't break anything, okay? Halfway there. If you want a little extra, bring it up. Extend that leg. Bring it back in. And lower. We're not repeating this one if that changes anything. Up and out. Extend the leg. Bring it in. And lower. We're here for 3. And 2. And last one. Oh. Give it the tiniest of breaks. We're going right into the other side. I have to switch around, but you can stay where you are. I just don't want to kick the wall. Here we go. Switch the hair. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Up and out. And down. Up and out. And down. Woo! Reminder that we're in tabletop. That's already a lot of core work. Finding length in the spine, pressing away from the floor. Here we go, adding in that extension. If if you'd like to suffer today. We slide it out, slide it in, and down. Good, this is also making it way harder for me to keep my hips square. My supporting leg is working overtime. And out, and in, and down. 2 more, out, out, in, and down. Last one, up, and out, and in, and down, and rest. Let those glutes soften. All right, now we're finally gonna take the band off. We are going back down for one more floor bridge, but this one's gonna be a little bit different, and it's gonna feel absolutely wacky after everything we just did. I want you to bring your feet a little bit closer together. Maybe you even choose to zip up the inner thighs. What we're gonna do is lift up into our bridge. We're gonna pick up one foot and then pick up the other. That's it, okay? I don't care if you lift that foot a millimeter off the ground. You're picking it up as much or as little as you want. You can give me a big raw cat kick if you like. What I want you to focus on is that remember that champagne tray that was on our back earlier? Now we're putting it right on our pelvis. And when we pick up that foot, we're not gonna let the hip dump to that side, okay? It's a lot of work for the stabilizing muscles in our knees and our hips, all those little tiny guys that help keep us, mobile and safe and strong and all that. Here we go. 10 on each side. Nice long set. Let's do this. Bring it up. I march. And I switch. Pressing my supporting foot down to pick the other one up. Trying not to wiggle at all. It's impossible, but it's worth the effort. That's where the work is. Nice, my friends. This bridge might be a little shallower than your first one was. That's okay. We want to keep that long low back. Tail gently tucked underneath us. Woo, stabilizing ourselves side to side. Woo. You're gonna feel the inner thighs more. You might feel the core a little more than you're used to in your bridge. All kinds of new sensations. We're in it together. Here we go. Halfway done. If you don't mind that tactile cueing, you can bring hands to the hips, tops or sides. Woo. It might help you figure out what's going on if you have a tendency to dip or drop on one side. Good. 3 more each way. You got this. Almost there, my friends. Almost done for today. Last 2. Relax your eyebrows. Are you breathing? Last one each way. Here we go. Hooray! We did it! Beautiful. And roll those hips back down to the floor. Maybe bring the knees in towards the chest or out to the armpits and give it a little rock side to side over those back pockets. Maybe you just take a second and starfish on the ground. Give your body a little thank you note for what you just did together. And when you're ready, we will roll off to the side to press it up. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I apologize to your glutes in advance. Stairs might be tricky tomorrow, but you'll be thinking of me the whole time. All right, much love. Nice work today, friends.